Friends, the last class I was dealing with leadership, already rural leadership. So already I covered something about rural leadership, meaning of leadership, hmm, and characteristics of this one classification of leadership. So let us see the roles of leader, role of social roles of leader. So as you already know, that means as I already covered about leader. Hmm, So leader is a person capable of influencing thoughts and actions of the other, whereas leadership is the process of influencing thought and actions of the others. It is an activity. Leadership is an activity through which it is an action or it is an activity or it is a process of influencing the others' behavior as desired by the society or as desired by the group. There are some roles of leader. What are the roles played by the leader in the group? First one is there are about nine. There are a good number of roles played by the leader. So here I listed important nine roles of the leader. First one is group initiator. That means he must come forward to initiate the work, or he must come forward to initiate the activities. The most important role of the leader is that he should take initiative to get the group into action. That means he should not be pressurized by anybody to take or to initiate the activities. Huh? He should take initiative to get the group into action. He keeps proper action at right time. That means he keeps action. He keeps this one activities at right time. He should be initiator. He should be initiative. He should not be forced by anybody. Then second role is group spokesman. That means he is a group representative who speaks on behalf of the group. You might have observed in the parties, BJP party, Congress party, there are some spokesmen. They speak on behalf of the group, JDS. In case of JDS party, Kumar Swamy speaks on behalf of his party or his party group, BJP. So Narendra Modi speaks on behalf of the party. Like this, they are the group spokesmen. Group leader is a group spokesman. If the group is to have outside relations, it must be able to speak as a unit. Speak to have the relationship with or to have contact with the other groups. hmm, Outside the groups, outside relations, it must be able to speak as a unit. As a group representative, the group leader should speak, and leader is its voice. Leader is the voice of the group, is representative. He keeping whenever he is speaking to other group, he speaks the needs, group ideals, group interest in mind, keeping the group interest, group ideals, group norms in his mind, he speaks. Leader has the responsibility of speaking for the group. Leader has the responsibility of speaking for the group and representing the interest of the group. That means he speaks keeping the interest of the groups. He has to speak for the group he is representing. He has to speak for the group. Hmm, which from which group he is representing, he has to speak on behalf of that group. This means that he is fully aware of consensus of the group. That means he must be aware of opinions of the group. He must be keep in mind opinions and interest of the group in mind. This is second role. Then third role is group organizer. Leader is a group organizer. He maintains harmony within the group. He must emphasize on the informities of the group rather than the differences of the. There may be difference of opinion among the group. Even you can find the differences within the family member. So similarly, you can find differences among the group, differences among the group members. Leader must promotes harmony within the group in line with the basic purpose of the group, basic objectives of the groups. Keeping the basic purpose or basic objectives of the group, you must maintain harmony in the group. All social groups usually have both uniformities and differences of opinion, diversity of interest, misunderstanding, etc. You can find, as I told you now already, even in the family consisting of 3 to 4 members, there also you can find difference of opinion between father and mother, mother and daughter, daughter and son, like this. You can find the differences. All the social groups usually have both uniformities and differences of opinion. That is diversity of interest, misunderstanding, etc. A leader should be able to resolve differences peacefully. Leader should be able to resolve differences peacefully. The role of the group harmonizer is to maintain harmony in the group. The role of the leader is to promote harmony in the group in line with the basic purpose or basic objectives of the group. That means you should keep in mind uddesha, ಗುಂಪಿನ ಉದ್ದೇಶವನ್ನ ಮುಂದಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು ಅವರು ಹಾರ್ಮೋನಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಟು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನಿ ವಿದಿನ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, emphasis must be placed upon informities of the group members rather than upon the individual differences. He should not take into account of individual differences. He should emphasize on informities of the group members. He has to deal in tactfully. He has to deal in a tactful way the persons who create conflicts, the persons who create problems in the group. He has to deal. The leader has have some techniques. Because of some techniques, they become the leader. Leader have the techniques to tackle the persons who create problems in the group. He has to deal in a tactful way with the persons who create conflicts in the group and bring them together in working towards the group goals. This is then fourth one is group planner. Group planner. Leader is a group planner. He plan for the activities, keeping the needs and interests of the groups, or keeping the objectives of the group, purpose of the group. He plan for the activities. He is a group planner. Generally, it is assumed that persons chosen for leadership know little bit more about the problems which the group is facing. Generally, it is assumed that person chosen for the leadership know little bit more about the problems which the group is facing and possible solutions. So the leader has to plan the way. So the leader has to plan the way by which group can satisfy its needs. That means leader has to plan for the activities which can satisfy its needs. The leader has to plan for the group and with the group, keeping the needs and interests of the group. He has to plan. Leader has to realize the needs and interests of the group. Leader has to realize the needs and interests of the group in advance and plan to fulfill them. That means leader has to keep in mind the needs and interests of the group and plan for the activities. He has to interpret the purpose of the group into practical goals. He has to interpret the purpose, objectives of the group into practical goals. He opens the potentialities He opens the potentialities of available resources. So these are the potential, these are the resources available. So how best we can make use of these available potentialities, resources to satisfy the to fulfill the group needs and interests. Then group executive. So after planning the activities, he has to execute. He is the group executor. He execute the plans and programs of the group to fulfill the needs and interests of the group. The leader is one who takes the important role of conducting. Leader is one who takes the important role in conducting the business of the group. He plays important role in conducting the group activities, and he is responsible for seeing that business of the organization, activities of the organization is carried out on accordance to the democratic principles. All the programs are executives according to the democratic principle. That means keeping all the needs and interests of all the people without favoring, giving equal importance to everybody. Leader is a leader must be democratic. He must give equal importance to all the members. He must involve all the members. He should not make any partiality. It is the job of the leader that individuals of the group accept responsibility of their part. It is the responsibility of the group leader to make the every individual of the group should accept the responsibility of their part of activities in any plan of action adopted by the group. Hmm. He helps the group in carrying out the plan. He assists the group members how to execute the plan, carrying out the plan and policies, and he gets the things done. So leader is a good manager. Manager is the person who gets the things done. Management is the ability of the person to get the things done. He gets the things done. He stimulates others and promote solidarity within the group. He always maintain solidarity among the group members. Leaders play an important role in putting agreed upon plans and policies of the group into. Leader plays an important role in execution of the agreed upon plans and policies hmm, of the group into action. Then sixth one is group educator. He should educate the group about what are the things taking place in and around. He should educate the group members about the activities of other groups or other organizations. So leader is a group educator or a teacher. In most of the groups, leader will have more training and experiences. The people with good experience, good training are usually selected as a leader. In most of the groups, the leader will have more training and experience. So the leader can teach according to the level of understanding of members of the group. We should go to the level of understanding of the members of the groups, then educate. So the leader can teach according to the level of understanding of members of the group so that they can understand its views. In this capacity, his chief function is to develop and train other leaders. In this capacity, his chief function is to develop and train other. He has to develop second line so that the group is not dependent completely on himself. He has to develop others as a leaders, leadership qualities in the others, so that for every time others should not depend completely on him. He should educate the group members about the activities of the group. So what are the activities carried out? He should educate the group members about the activities of the group and what are the things going on in and around. He should keep inform the people about things that are going in and around. Then group symbol. Leader is a group symbol or symbol of group ideals. He is the group symbol. He is the group ideals. Ideals means group norms and policies rules and norms. So all the social groups have implicit or this one explicit. All the groups have implicit and explicit norms or ideals. Internal policies, external policies. What are the internal policies? Internal ideals one has to follow. External, whenever contact with discussing with other groups, what norms and he should keep in mind. So, as a rule, the person accepted as a leader are those who have adopted the norms or ideals and live by them. So whenever somebody become leader, he should live by the group norms and ideals. He should accept the group principles, principles of BJP party, principles of Congress party, norms, ideals and so they should not whenever they are speaking to the other group, he should keep in mind the principles, ideals, norms of the group. He should adopt the group norms and ideals and live by them. He must not be self-interested or self-centered. He has to be loyal to the ideals of the group. Whenever you become the leader, you should live by the norms or ideals of the group. Leaders should accept the group norms and ideals. Leaders should accept group norms and ideals and constantly make effort to achieve them. Then group supervisor. Leader is a group supervisor. He continuously supervises the activities of the group. A good leader supervises the work of his peers or subordinates, peers and subordinates. Leaders should supervise what are the activities already carried out and what are the activities to be carried out. So he has to evaluate the activities periodically during the execution. So leader is a group supervisor. Then leader is a group discussion chairman. He acts as a chairman. Whenever there is a group discussion, group meeting, the leader has to chair the discussion meeting. So these are some of the social roles of the leader. The next one is measuring the opinion leadership. How to measure the opinion leaders? How to identify the opinion leaders in the society? That is measuring opinion leadership. So whenever you are identifying the opinion leaders in the society. Suppose if you are appointed as an agriculture officer, so you need to identify the opinion leaders in the society. Opinion means in the opinion of the society, who is the leader. So these are some of the important methods commonly followed while identifying the opinion leaders in the rural community. Sociometric method, informants rating, self-designation technique, observation method, and discussion methods. So let us see one by one. In brief, what are these methods? Sociometric method. So sociometric method. So in this method consists of asking the farmers whom they would go or sought for information or advice about farming or other problems a given topic. So asking the farmers, the extension worker in this method directly asks the farmers to whom you approach or to whom you contact for information on agriculture and allied enterprises. So opinion leaders, if you go on asking some farmers or group of farmers, can identify the opinion leaders. Opinion leaders are those members of the system who received greatest number of sociometric choices. So which person, which individual received, which individual is contacted more frequently by the person. You'll come to know if you go on asking the farmers to whom you contact. So which person is most frequently contacted by the person, by the farmers for seeking the information. So such individuals you can identify as a opinion leader. That is called as sociometric method. It is one of the simplest method of identification of opinion leaders. Then second method is information informant rating or key informants method. Key informants. Okay. So in the community you can find key informants rating. Key informants in the rural society you can find key informants like teachers, village level workers, Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Development Officer, Gram Panchayat Secretary, Anganwadi, Asha Karyakartaru, teachers. So they are nothing but key informants. In a community, key informants like teachers, village level workers, Panchayat Development Officer, Panchayat Secretary, village accountant, Asha Karyakarta, etc. may be asked by the extension worker to indicate opinion leaders in that area. Based on their indications, he may be selected as a leader. That is called as informants rating method or key informants method. Then second one is self designating method. So this method consists of asking the respondents a series of questions to determine the degree to which he perceives himself to be an opinion leader. There are some set of questions. By asking the questions, series of questions to the particular individual, so you can identify the opinion leader. Based on the analysis of the answers obtained, the extension worker select a leader. So it is somewhat time consuming method. So individuals are asked to indicate the tendency for others to regard them as a influence. To what extent you are capable of influencing the others, to what extent you are capable of influencing, convincing the others, and also there are some questions related to subject. This is called as self-designating technique. Then observation method. So here the extension worker by observing the activities of the individual in the group. So investigator identify and record the communication behavior in the system. The extension worker should watch or observe a community or a group in action, and then you will be able to spot out a potential leader. That is called as observer. Just by observing the people in the community who are more active, who are more involved in the activities, such persons can be identified as a leader. Then discussion method. Through discussion on any subject, the persons with sound knowledge and ability is soon recognized as mere talk or easily spotted out. So through discussion method, the persons with sound knowledge and ability is soon recognized and mere talkers easily through discussion. You can identify who is simply talking and who has knowledge. So persons with sound knowledge in the particular subject through discussion, you can identify as a leader. So these are some of the methods of identification of uh, opinion leaders. The important traits or qualities of the leader one must know. Communicator. He must possess good communication skills. You know already, you studied some of the important communication skills. He must possess good communication skills. He must possess good. He must be a good communicator. He should be. He should convince the people about the subject. He should not. It is not simply conveying the message. He is not a good communicator. Whatever the message he communicate, it should be understood by the audience. So they are called as good communicator. So whenever he is communicating, he should use simple language, simple words, local language. Thereby, he can effectively communicate the message. Those things you have studied: verbal communication skills and non-verbal communication skills. He should possess both communication, verbal and non-verbal communication skills. Thereby, you can effectively communicate the message. Initiative. Group initiator ಅಂತ already discussed. He must be initiative. He must have power of beginning. He should not be forced by anybody. He should begin his work. He must keep the proper action at right time. He must have power of beginning. He must initiate the work. Enthusiasm. He must be enthusiastic. ಹುಮ್ಮಸದಿಂದ ಇರಬೇಕು, ನಗುತ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. And he must have intense interest, constant interest. He should not lose interest in any activity at any point of time. Intense interest. Democracy, he must be democratic. Leader must be, he should treat everybody as equal. He should give equal importance to all the members of the group without favorism. Democracy, he must be fair-minded and must give all members equal opportunity for participation, and he must show fair treatment to all. Love for the people, he must love all the members of the group. He must be friendly with all without favoritism and without giving scope for indiscipline. Decisiveness, he must have ability to make good decisions, prompt decisions or judgments, capacity to make good decisions. He must have ability to make good and prompt decisions or judgment. Use sound judgment to make good decisions at right time. That is nothing but decisiveness. Fearlessness. He must have courage and daring. ಧೈರ್ಯದಿಂದ ಇರಬೇಕು. Dashing ಇರಬೇಕು. He must have courage and daring. Display confident, calm when under stress. Even under stress. He must have courage and daring. Display confident calmness when under stress. Then next character is teaching ability. He must be a good teacher. Teacher, he should teach the group members. Social insight, he must have sensitive to others person's positions. He must be in a position to other person's problems. It may be social problem, economic problem, or any problem. He must be sensitive to. He should not simply ask the people to come and work or carry out the growth. He must be sensitive to others person's positions, problems, or points of view. Physical fitness, he must be physically fit. Physics, he must have attractive physics. Physics means not only height, fatness and all those things, black or white. He must be physically fit. His physics must draw the attention of the people. Good dressing, good hairstyle, good talking styles and everything. Mental ability, he should be intelligent. Then 12th one is integrity. He must be honest and upright. He must be honest and display sincerity in all the actions. Sincerity regular. Then 13th one is authority. He must possess authority based upon mastery of knowledge and skills in the particular. He must have knowledge, master in particular subject, either it may be medical field or agricultural field or any social field. He must have some he must have some mastery in particular knowledge. Thereby, he can be identified as a leader. He must possess authority based upon mastery of knowledge and skills in the particular field, and do have knowledge and skills in varying situations. Then 14th one is he must be courtesy. He must be respectful. He must respect everybody. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಸಣ್ಣವರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಈ ಶುಡ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ. ಕರ್ಟಸಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಈ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಫುಲ್. Then ethics, he should have high moral standards, moral principles ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ. he should possess moral, ನೈತಿಕ ಜ್ಞಾನ, ನೈತಿಕ ತತ್ವಗಳು. he should have high moral standard. Then sense of purpose, he must have definite idea. He must have definite idea regarding aims or sense of purpose ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ, objective, ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನನ್ನೋದು. he must have definite objective, definite purpose, ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಉದ್ದೇಶದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅರಿವಿರಬೇಕು. he must have definite idea regarding aims or objectives of the group and have vision of future. Sympathy, he must consider others' feelings. Sympathetic, he must be sympathetic to others' feelings. He must consider others' feelings. He should possess kindred willing, that is, power of entering in others' feeling or mind. That means he should be in a position to understand the feeling of others, power of entering into the others' mind. Cheerfulness, he must be happy and optimistic. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಹೋಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೋಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್. he must be happy and optimistic in attitude. Emotional ability, he should not be too much emotional, ಭಾಳ ಎಮೋಷನಲ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. he should control his emotions. Emotional ability, he should not be too much emotional. Then conviction and faith in group members, you should have strong belief and faith in group members. So these are the important traits or qualities of the good leader. The selection of professional leaders, lay leaders, professional leaders ಅಂದಿವಲ್ಲ. So this is how to select professional leaders. ಈಗ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ವೈಸ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, how they are selected. Professional leaders. So the time honored and most widely used method of selecting the persons for the position of professional leadership. Interview is one of the commonly used. Through interview, it is based primarily upon the interview and an evaluation of past academic records and occupational records of the individuals. A large amount of information concerning a person can be acquired through interview. So interview is one of the, through interview is one of the best method to select. Whenever you go to private companies, they ask series of questions in the interview to select the persons, suitable person for the suitable post. That is one of the interview is one of the best method selecting. This is commonly followed. Then performance test, by conducting the test, by conducting the test, aptitude test, knowledge test, general knowledge test and all. So by conducting the tests also, nowadays this test is common for all the posts. Performance test is conducted even though you are highly qualified, but while selecting the post, this performance test is conducted to select the leader. Selection of lay leaders, opinion leaders. Lay leaders are otherwise also called as local leader or information leader or voluntary. Through sociometric or questionnaire method, this I already, by asking the ask farmers to whom you contact for the information. That is called as sociometric. This one I already explained. Then election, through election also you can add. Another method widely used in selecting the leaders consists simply of the members of the group electing the leader through voting or any other method. You might have experienced. So how the Gram Panchayat leaders are identified, MLAs, MPs. So they are elected through election process. This is also one of the best method. Then discussion method, as I told you. So observing through discussion, by asking the series of questions through discussion on any subject, the persons with sound knowledge and ability is soon recognized and mere talkers can easily identify. Then workshop method. So in this method, large group is broken into smaller group and the responsibility of the program and decision making rests upon the smaller units. So through group, by dividing the group, by assigning some given topic, and asking them to present the information. Through that, also you can identify the leaders. Then the group observe through observation. The extension worker should watch community or group in action. These things I already explained. Then you will be able to. Then through key informant method, this one also I already identified. Then self-designation techniques, this also I have explained. By asking the series of questions to the particular person, you can identify the leader. So leader or otherwise professional leaders are otherwise called as formal leaders. So advantages of working with local leaders or opinion leaders. First one is in extension work, particularly the extension worker. How what are the advantages of working with these leaders? So first one is working with the local leader or opinion leaders helps to know about the local needs, interests, and other resources. Helps to know local needs. What are the needs and interests of the farmers? What are the problems they are facing? What are their interests? What are the resources available? So sometimes we can solve some of the problems with the available resources. So that you will come to know. He helps to know all those needs, interests, problems, and resources of the because they are well versed with the local situation. That helps the extension worker. So multiplies the efforts of whenever you are conducting some extension program in the village. So the local leaders, you can make use of local leaders regarding informing the people about the extension activities and mobilizing the people to participate in the extension activities multiplies the efforts of the extension worker. That is, local leader can mobilize large number of resources, so large number of farmers, and also helps in making use of local resources. Local leaders through local leaders, new ideas can be effectively conveyed in the local language through local leaders. Some the language, local dialects varies from place to place. So through local leaders, you can effectively communicate some of the message in the local language. Through local leaders, new ideas can be effectively conveyed in the local language. Some information, if you conveyed it in a local language, their language, so thereby you can effectively convey them save the time and money of the extension worker in mobilizing the persons, in mobilizing the farmers to participate in the extension program and informing them and making use of local mobilization of the local resources and periodically visiting the farmers field and getting the information. So that helps in save the time and money of the extension worker. In case of failure due to unfavorable, sometimes there may be failure of the extension program, failure of demonstration. In case of failure due to unfavorable reasons, because of unfavorable climatic conditions, there may not be a rainfall, there may be a outbreak of python disease, there may be a drought, or there may be heavy rain. So in case of under such situation, your crop may be failed, your demonstration may be failed. So in case of failure due to unfavorable reason, he act as a shock observer between the people and extension agency. Whenever there is a failure, he convinces the farmer. He act as a mediator to solve that conflicts, to solve that problem. He convinces the farmers. So this is a failed because of these reasons. So these are the advantages of working with local leaders or opinion leaders. There are some disadvantages of working with local leaders. Limited number of functional leaders you may not get. Potential leaders, potentially functional leaders, you may not, is very difficult sometimes to identify. False or pseudo leadership, jealousy. False, sometimes some people act as a leader till they get some benefit. False or pseudo leadership and jealousy may come in the way of effective working. It may reduce the personal contact. If you go on working with the leaders, your contact with the other farmers reduces. It may reduce the personal contact with the people and extension worker. It may increase the dependency on the local leadership. Go on working with the local leader, it increases your dependency on the local leaders. That's why these are some of the limitations of working with leader. So this is about rural leadership. Thank you.